Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Luclin here, and yes, so I know you guys are wondering, where's Luclin been today? Well, I've been busy, and you remember yesterday how I showed you that sneak peek of my new series? Well, a lot of you guessed right. If you guessed Clay Soldiers, you guessed right. But there's a huge twist on this Clay Soldiers deal. Okay, so what I did is I started making the arena, and I was like thinking about it, and I was like, how can I make this really cool? Well, here's how I made it really cool. So as I pull my camera up, you're about to see this arena and what it looks like and what it does. So here's what we're going to look at. So over here is kind of Command Central right here, and right there and there. Okay, so all this out here, this is for spectators or whatever, who knows who's going to sit out here, but all this around here and up here. So let me show you how this works. So we've got a green team, purple team, orange team, blue team right there. So from the command panel over here, we can open up green team, we can open up the blue team, we can open up orange team, and we can open up purple team right here. So if we come down here, you can see that all the team areas have been opened up right here. So that's where the soldiers are going to come out of these areas here, and I'm going to show you how these areas work. Now each of these areas will have a chest in it for them to grab some things out of in the beginning. There will also be a mechanism in there that will shoot out a gold nugget before every round in each area, and they'll be able to automatically designate who they want as their king for the fighting tournament. So only 2 teams will fight at once until we start doing like 4v4 and stuff like that. So what we're going to look at is this. First of all, I'm going to show you how this works. I spent a lot of time in thinking on this whole thing. So as you can see up here, we've got dispensers, all these dispensers up here that come all the way around. Each one of these dispensers will dispense something for the Clay Soldiers to help them in their battle or whatever. And each one of them every one of them shoots all in the middle. Everything will go on those crosses, that cross that's down there. So everything will shoot in those areas. So let me explain to you how this works. So if we come over here, we're going to go over here. I have a switch called the Randomizer. When that switch is flipped, this is what happens. So let's go in here. We're going to go up here. This is what all the wiring looks like, by the way. All of the guts of what I did. So let's go ahead and walk through here. So as you can see, everything through here, this is all the inside of, and I'm going to fly outside too and show you guys how much it's changed on the outside also. So I'm going to go ahead and explain this to you. So we're going to go into one of the randomizer rooms, which is this here. Now if you look at this room, you're going to see, okay, I got some pressure plates on dispensers, pressure plate, blah, blah, blah. Okay, right here, a pig is going to go right here. On each one of these, in each one of these areas, they'll go inside of there. There will be 4 pigs in total. When I hit the randomizer button, what's going to happen is the pig's going to get ejected up here. He'll eventually walk down here, and he'll walk over these pressure plates. So it's cool. They'll get stuff. Things will be spit out as the pigs run around and shoot whatever. So some things will have rare stuff in it because different pressure plates, he'll have to go into different areas to hit that pressure plate. Now, to up the chances of them getting even more supplies for their soldiers, what happens is if the pig steps on this pressure plate right here, it'll open up this area above. So we're going to go outside and go up and show you what this is. So we're going to go up here and come around and go up again. So as you can see, right here there's 2 pistons that are holding back. And this right here is another pen for pigs. So there'll be a bunch of pigs in this pen. So the more that he steps on that pressure plate, when this opens up, it'll drop a pig down. So then you'll have, instead of 1 pig roaming around, you'll have 2 pigs. And that can happen throughout the whole entire thing for any amount of number of times. So the more pigs that are in there, the better the chances are of the team or whomever picking up different types of loot to try and win the matches. So now let me show you guys this. So that's all like that. And I don't have to do, all you have to do is set it up in the beginning. Once you set up everything, you put all your soldiers in and you put the pigs in and you just let it go. And then from that point on, it's all up to the pigs to decide, how random the game is. So let's go back here. Let me show you this. Gotta make my way around here. It's like a puzzle. Okay, let's see. Where do we need to go? We need to go over here. Getting stuck in my own map. Okay, get out of here. Then we need to go down there. Get out of there. There. Okay, now down here. And over here. Okay, so what I'm going to show you guys next is some of the bonuses that they get. So for those of you that have played the Clay Soldiers mod, you know that in the Clay Soldiers mod you have the ability to have like air troopers, you have the ability to have Pegasus and stuff like that. So each team has the ability to have air troopers and Pegasus all the way around. So watch what happens when I flip these switches. First of all, let's go out here and look at the ceiling. So you see the ceiling right there? Actually, this should be shut. This little hatch should be shut right here. Let's put that up here a little more. And shut the hatch. There we go. So now we come down and we come over here, and if you look, remember what that looked like up there. So if we hit the Pegasus, let's see, we hit Pegasus, then we hit air troopers, Pegasus, air troopers, Pegasus, air troopers, Pegasus, air troopers. So now we come over here, and if you look, there's different areas up here above where you pre-plan or pre-stage what's going to happen. So if you come over here, you'll see here, air troopers go here, so green air troopers will go here, and that'll be shut. You put your designated number of air troopers that you want in there, and make sure you give them feathers, the same amount of feathers, so they can have parachutes. And then you come over to this one, and make sure you put the Pegasus right inside there. Once that's filled with however many Pegasus you want, you do it for all of them, and your game is ready to go. It's loaded and ready to go. So every time that you do a new, let's say, new game, new match or whatever, there's going to be a lot available. So, yeah, so that's what I wanted to show you guys, get an idea of what you guys thought about that. And now, here's where I want the creative juices to flow. So as you've seen all the stuff that I've made available here for the Clay Soldiers, so they can get all the items up there. I mean, you can throw items out to them if you want, or however you want to do it. You can designate the teams that are going to fight. You know, you can have them all ready and prepared back in this area here. Let's show you this. Back there. Same with that again. Okay, once you do that and you get all your stuff prepared, then you can start the game. Then you can start whatever teams you want to make come out and fight each other and all that good stuff. So, what I want to ask you guys is, what type of games do you want to see? So I want to hear your ideas on what you guys want to see and what you want to do. You're going to be a big part of this, so we're going to figure out what teams are going to do what and what they're allowed to have and all that. And you can pre-fill all the dispensers with, you know, you could have a game that's just total, you know, madness with elite soldiers, and you just put all diamonds in there. Or you can have a corruption game where you're starting to throw out the ender pearls, and the last one that lives, you know, last one that's alive wins. You know, different stuff like that for teams. So then the other thing I want to tell you guys is, depending on how much you like, and I mean you like this video and how much you like this idea of this type of game, this type of arena, this is going to be epic, basically epic battles. It's going to be epic arena battles with Clay Soldiers. And depending on how much you guys like this whole entire thing, the idea, the video, whatever, I'm going to give you this map. So I want to see how much you guys like this, and trust me, you've got to really like it, because I'm going to give this whole map away to you guys, and you can have this whole entire thing, and you can play with the Clay Soldiers mod, and you can do anything you want with it, and it's going to be yours. So this is what I've been working on for most of the day today, almost all day today. So here you go, and this is what it looks like. This is how much it's changed, and as you saw, everything that it has inside of it. So there you go. So I will talk to you guys later. That's it. Bye.